So, yes, I was at the secondary school in Form 2 and realized I'm pregnant. So, my fellow students started mocking me up and down everywhere. If I go to sports, if I'm walking, if anything, there were insinuations coming from left, right, and center. And it is funny though that people who were involved in that, now with the Facebook lives and all of this, we see each other, and I guess. Oh God, I believe in this thing of saying who has a last laugh, honestly, because anyway, we take it that we were all young and we all do make mistakes. It's telling me my camera is hot. My phone is hot. I'm using my phone, so yeah, it means it didn't. But this video is shorter anyway, so yes. So yeah, so all those inserts, and then they, because now even the headmistress, from what we were told, is that they have like implants, they have informants who tell them to say, okay, so and so, so and so and so and so, they are pregnant, so they'll bring in a nurse who will do a physical checkup of you, all the girls, if they are pregnant, and the people, the names that already have like question marks, probably that have been, maybe that check would be more. So I was inside. It took longer because she was trying to press my nipples, to press my stomach, to press. It's quite a traumatic process, and everyone outside was just waiting. Students were full up outside. By the moment I'm coming out, the nurse didn't say anything, but you could see the look from the nurse and the head teacher and all of that, that they have um, they have agreed, because when they were doing that checking, she pressed my nipples really hard until um, there's a liquid that came out of my nipples, and then they looked at each other, and then they said I can dress back and go. So yeah, I left. By the time I was coming out of that room, I was full of shame because all everyone was looking at me, and because it's already something that everyone was talking about. I don't know how I was just so strong to go through that, because it was really it yeah. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a process that really can make someone do something that you wouldn't do in a normal situation, because it was yeah, it was just out of this world, like something else. So anyway, school's closed, we went home. When I was going home, the head teacher gave me a letter, because after that check, the head teacher sent someone to say she should come to our office, so everyone knew what was going on. And I went to the office. She started questioning me. Who is this pregnancy for? How many months? Yada yada. She gave me a letter. Don't come back here. Give this letter to your brother, your guardian. And I left the office. That was like a few days before we closed the school. So she let me finish and close the term. And I had already written exams. Went home, and I was very bright. I was either number one or number two. That was all. So went home. This is not boasting, but I'm just saying as it is. Like went home, and I didn't say anything. I didn't give that letter. I just threw it in the toilet. But the head teacher had also sent another letter, which a few weeks later it arrived. When my brother received the letter, he went straight to bring my mom and my stepfather to where we were living. Now we had even moved from one city to another. For me, when I came back from school, I just pretended as if everything is fine. The letter arrived the beginning of January. 1993. When the letter arrived, my brother brought our parents home, and oh my God, he said he doesn't want me here. My mom didn't offer me any option there as well to say maybe come with me. As I say, my mom was powerless, so it was also, I didn't know. I didn't have anywhere to go. Let me just connect battery. So yeah, I didn't have anywhere to go. So I stayed thinking that somehow my brother will let me stay. So I stayed and he told me to leave. I didn't. In the evening, he brought long sticks. I was beaten. This wasn't my first beating from him. As I said, he was very strict person. So anything that he suspects, it will be an issue. But this day, the beating was a different level. He brought not malina, but there's another blue gum. I don't know where he took the sticks from, but it was fresh blue gum uh, tree thing. So as he was beating me somehow, and because I was screaming and trying to say please, and it was at night, he tore my middle finger. I don't even know where the camera is. I think here. There is something weird here. The finger was torn. It never used to be straight, but I can straighten it now. Now I can straighten it. But it never used to be straight because it was something was pulled out. I'm not saying this with with any you know any bad intentions at all. It is my story, and that's all we are doing here. It is my story. It's okay. So anyway, I bled and bled. And I remember several times being shut out of the house, and I was sleeping in the pit latrine outside the house. Eventually, and this finger, I could see that it was going to rot. So I left the house maybe after 2 or 3 days of sleeping outside and stuff. I went to my uncle who lived in another city, my mom's brother, half brother. So I went to there. But when he saw me, because I was working in a pharmacy, he brought some uh, chemicals to use to wash and to also put like some medication to put. But when he was nursing that wound, he was actually washing it himself because it was I can't even whew, I can't explain the pain because the moment I think about it, that pain comes back. And I remember, I can still remember how it was where he was saying, he took me to hospital actually, just hoping, but he actually said it's too late for doctors to sew it, but maybe they would do something to kind of like put some meat back inside or somehow. But yeah, like he had said already that it's a bit late, nothing was done to it. So the finger was, I was relying for it to heal on its own. But yeah, it was a very painful situation. So here we go. But before that wound healed, the same my uncle, I didn't even take a week at his house. He told me to go and locate whoever gave me the pregnancy. So the pregnancy issue, that is a different story that I can only discuss it with my son and things like that. Not it's not for the YouTube stuff. And so I was forced to do that. So when I was forced uh, to go to where whoever had impregnated me, I thought he was also just, he will leave that issue. No, he didn't leave. So we started off, let's go, because he prepared. Let's go. We left the home, but I didn't know where we're going. I'm like, where are we going? Because there's nowhere to go. Hmm? So we walked. I was going to the city center. We arrived in the city center, and now he got angry because I'm just making him walk. And my God, I was beaten. And again, I'm like, my body was already tired, soren, beaten, and painful. But now this was a fresh beating. Hmm? Well, I guess we should end here. Okay. Um so yeah, we'll bring some stories after this. Thank you.